Assalamualaikum. My name is Hera Amir and I'm from Nishan Foundation. Today we are actually going to talk about few tasks that we assign to families so that they can get involved in the treatment process. So actually beginning with the task, we first of all tell the family that they need to learn about the disease, because we all know that addiction is not only the disease for the patient who is addict, but it is also a family disease, because everybody in the family also gets affected by the patient. So learning about the disease is very important, so that we should know that what is actually the problem of that patient, and the family can also identify that what they need to do on their behalf. So first they learn about the disease process. They need to learn about few terms, that is tolerance, withdrawal, or cravings, and what is addiction, so that they know what the patient is or their loved one is suffering from. Then moving on, they need to identify certain behavior that a person, or you can say the patient, is basically experiencing. So for on the behalf of family, they need to identify their provoking and enabling behaviors, so that might contribute to the patient in their disease process. That can be enabling behaviors, and those can be provoking as well. Enabling behaviors are basically those behavior that enables the person, that covers up the disease or the drug use of the patient. And the provoking behaviors are those behaviors that actually provokes a patient to get into the drug use or do the drug use. So they need to identify what are those certain enabling and provoking behaviors, so that they can eventually with time eliminate those on their behalf, and they can even help their loved one to come out of that disease. Moving on, when they identify those behaviors, they need to, on the next step, they need to stop those, because when they will identify their problems, then they need to work on them, and they need to stop those certain behaviors, so that a addict or the loved one can eventually get that motivation of getting himself treated and work on himself. So moving on, there are two type of things that a family basically also do on their behalf. First is the resentments, and the second one are the defense mechanism. Not only the addict is using the defense mechanism in his process of disease, but the family is on their behalf also using some defense mechanism. रिजेंटमेंट्स आर बेसिकली हम सारे जानते हैं कि रिजेंटमेंट को उर्दू में हम पछतावा बोलते हैं. तो कुछ बिहेवियर्स ऐसे पेशेंट के होते हैं जिससे, या एक्टिविटीज़ या ऐसे हादसे गुजरे होते हैं फैमिली के साथ, कि वो उस पछतावे को बार बार रिपीट कर रहे होते हैं, बार बार डिस्कस करते होते हैं, बार बार उनको हाईलाइट करते होते हैं, जो एक पेशेंट के लिए एक नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट है, कि वो अपने आप को वापस उसी वर्ड्स पे लाकर खड़ा कर लेता है और अपने आप को हर बुरे बिहेवियर के लिए ज़िम्मेदार ठहराना शुरू कर देता है. सो बेसिकली हमें पेशेंट को गिल्ट से और रिजेंटमेंट से, क्योंकि ये बताया जाता है कि वी नीड टू लेट गो ऑफ दोज बिहेवियर्स एंड रिजेंटमेंट्स, सो फैमिली ऑल्सो नीड टू लेट गो दोज रिजेंटमेंट्स, सो दैट द पेशेंट एंड द फैमिली कैन रिकवर on a good process speed. And then there are some defense mechanisms that a family also uses. First can be denial. We all know that denial का मतलब ही यही है कि हम इनकार कर रहे होते हैं. अंदर से we know the truth, but on the outer surface we actually are not accepting the fact that we are being in this disease or going through this certain problem. So the family needs to stop doing the denial process. Then they need to work on certain defense mechanism like rationalization, that is giving lame excuses with the drug use, that you attach some certain excuses or try to attach logical excuses to the use of drug or for their certain activities or behaviors. They need to stop rationalizing, they need to stop denial, they need to actually stop using externalization, projection, because these are somehow putting a negative impact on the loved one or their patient, because if he is on his behalf fighting or coming out of that disease, the family also needs to give him some space and some margin of getting treatment, getting a good treatment. Then we need to move on. We need to begin the family need to begin the treating their problem from now on. This is the middle part of the family task, that when they know about their disease, when they know about the problems and the certain behaviors and certain defense mechanisms, they need to eventually start working on those problems and stop all those behaviors and activities that are basically not giving any positivity to the loved one or the treatment they are giving to the patient. So they need to start the work on their problem problems from now on, and now they actually know that what are the problems that are basically contributing in a negative way, so they can start working and start eliminating those behaviors and activities. Then moving on, I want to also add one point in this, that begin treating your problem means you do not need to, the family do not need to get a codependent, become a codependent, because when you start treating your problems, that doesn't mean that you start becoming a codependent. That actually means being on the same line and being on the being in the circle of sanity. You need to work on the problems on a positive way and stop those things that are not actually working in a positive way. So moving on, now the family actually needs to realize certain things, that sometimes the family is actually over expecting or over assuming things. That is actually a very wrong and negative impact on the patient or the loved one, because expecting some you can say that expecting reasonable expectations are very important, because reasonable expectations means that something that can be possibly achieved. When you set some unexpected or over expected things, you yourself get hurt and the patient also gets demotivated. So basically family needs to set some reasonable expectations from the patient and from this treatment, so that when they are in this process of treatment, or their patient is in the process of treatment, they actually do not get hurt or demotivated, but else they can get this motivation and this positivity that yes, they are doing good on the way of process. So setting reasonable expectation is a very important and a very major thing for a family to actually do in the disease treatment process. So moving on, now there is a very important thing I want to tell all of you, that a family should not only focus the addict in their family, they should de-emphasize the role of the addict. Now they shouldn't put the spotlight on the addict every time, that if the patient is being in a recovery process, he's out of that addiction, and now they're living together again, once again they're starting a new life. That doesn't mean that you need to put the flashlight on that patient every time. You need to every time look after him, or you need to every time point him out. No, because that is not a positive sort of impact on the patient or the recovering addict. You need to understand a point that everybody in the family has a certain role, and it is very important to just play your own role. That means a father should be the power figure, and the mother should be there to support the power figure, and the children are the branches of that tree. They shouldn't be on the head or on the the lowest chamber. There are assigned positions for everybody in the family, and when they are actually playing their own role only, then they are actually giving their contribution in the family in a positive way. So basically understanding your role in the family and playing only that part is very important, because when you're trying to play anybody other's role in the family, you are actually not understanding what is being required on your behalf. So a family should also understand that the roles are sole roles of everybody is very important to be played in the family. So now moving on, I want to add one thing, that consider possible a possibility of relapse. It is not at all, I don't mean this thing that relapse से आप ये understand कर लें कि relapse होगा ही होगा, नहीं, लेकिन आप एक possibility, एक 100 में से 1% chance छोड़ें अपने patient के behalf पे कि या अपने loved one के behalf पे कि क्या what if relapse हो जाता है. बिकॉज अगर आप व्हाट इफ़ का एक फैक्टर अपने साइड बॉक्स में रखेंगे, तो यू विल बी इवेंचुअली मेंटली प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर द वर्स्ट एज वेल, and it will not be a shock for you. Where if God forbid a relapse is happened in the family will eventually know where and when they need to they need to approach, how they need to they are required to cope up with the situation. Because when you're not mentally prepared, when your baggage is not prepared, you are eventually in a trauma and in a shock. You cannot sort things out. So if you leave just a 1% chance of relapse on the side box, you can eventually take this thing that when any sort of God forbid trauma happens in the family will be ready to cope up with that situation. So moving on, I want to tell that one thing is very important on the behalf of the addict as well as the behalf of that family, that we need to learn to control our emotions. we need to learn where and when and how much the emotion is required by us. It is very important that when somebody's in in the family, things eventually happen. There are good moments, there are worse moments, there are fights, there are smiles, everything is normal, because family means that there's group of set of humans in the that group. So humans eventually experience emotional roller coasters. So if you are going through any anger, you need to learn how much anger is required, how you should know how to channelize your anger. If you are in a if you're hurt, you should know how much your pain or your sadness is being required over that situation. Do not overflow with your emotions, because if you are overflowing with your emotions, you eventually lose your self control. You do not know how to deal situations, you cannot sort things out, you cannot eventually take out solutions of the problems, because emotionally अगर आप unstable हैं तो आप कोई sane decision नहीं ले सकते. अगर आपको अपने इमोशंस पर काबू है, अगर आपको पता है कि आपने कब किधर कितनी इमोशंस को अपनी फ्लो करना है, तो इवेंचुअली आप उस सिचुएशन के ऊपर अच्छे ग्रिप रख सकते हैं, आप सिचुएशन के सोल्यूशन निकाल सकते हैं, आप एक ग्राउंड रख सकते हैं डिस्कशन का. अगर आप लोगों को अगर एक फैमिली में बंदे को अपने इमोशंस पे काबू नहीं है, तो दैट मीन्स दे आर इवेंचुअली हैव एन आर्ग्यूमेंट, और आर्ग्यूमेंट का हम सबको पता है कि कोई नतीजा नहीं निकलता. डिस्कशन से आप सोल्यूशन निकाल सकते हैं, लेकिन आर्ग्यूमेंट से कोई सोल्यूशन नहीं निकाल सकते. Last but not the least, a very important thing I want to conclude this discussion on is that the family should always look for progression, not for perfection, because progression is a positive expectation or a reasonable expectation a family is having. But if you are running after perfection, that is something that you are not at all आप उसे ये नहीं कह सकते कि आपने एक reasonable expectation लगाई है. Perfection हम सब जानते हैं कि nobody is perfect in the world. Everybody has flaws, everybody has certain weaknesses, everybody has some weak points. So हम सब में कोई ना कोई कमी होती है. अगर हम लोग perfection के पीछे भागेंगे या family perfection देखेगी सिर्फ, तो progression में नहीं काम किया जा सकता. लेकिन अगर एज अ फैमिली आप प्रोग्रेशन पे फोकस करेंगे कि कितनी प्रोग्रेस डे बाय डे हो रही है एक बंदे के अंदर और आप लोगों में, तो आप इवेंचुअली एक अच्छे गोल की तरफ मूव करते हैं.